Hey guys, I went to see Due Date late last night. I'm going to go do my review today. Due Date stars Robert Downey Jr. as Peter Hyman, who is trying to get to LA to see the birth of his firstborn child. And things just go wrong, and he meets Ethan Tremblay, who offers to take him on a road trip all the way to LA because Ethan is going out to become an actor and meet a agent. And things just end up going completely wrong, of course. The first thing I can say about this movie is it was a lot better than I expected it to be. It really was. I mean, it was funny, and it had heart. And a lot of the movies like this, the thing that scares me is in the trailer they show you everything funny from the movie just to get you to go see it. But that wasn't the case in this movie. I thought there was a lot of scenes in this that were funny that weren't shown in the trailer, but there's a couple scenes that were in the trailer that I even thought were hysterical, and I still knew it was going to happen. And one of the scenes that actually was like that, and anybody who's seen the trailer knows what I'm talking about, when Ethan screams "Don't panic" and he slams into the truck door. A lot of people think it's childish, but I found it hysterical. I mean, even after I saw it in the trailer, I saw it in the theater, and I still laughed. But like I said, this movie also has a lot of heart. There's a couple scenes that I'll talk about in detail in the trailer, or in the spoilers in the trailer. Wrong with me. In the spoilers. It's just, there's not really a whole lot I can say about this movie. The casting was kind of, the casting for the two main characters was good, but the way they advertised it I didn't like, because they advertised Jamie Foxx as one of the main cast members. Like even in the credits it shows shows Robert Downey Jr., Zack Galifinakis, Michelle Monaghan, it says, and Jamie Foxx. And usually when it says "and" like that, the first thing I think is, okay, he's going to be in this movie for quite a bit. Jamie Foxx was only in this movie for about 5 minutes, and it was the scene that it shows in the trailer where they hit the manhole and make Ethan fly up out the back of the truck. That was the only scene that Jamie Foxx was in, so that kind of bothered me that they advertised him as being in it more than he actually was. I don't know if they were trying to get people to go see it or what, but I just didn't care much that they tried to do that. I'll walk away for a second, about 10 seconds or so, and let you guys click out or whatever you need to do. I'm going to talk about a couple scenes and wrap up the whole review. Alright, that should have been long enough. First thing I'll say is the most emotional scene in the movie was probably the Grand Canyon scene, which involves Ethan, Zack Galifinakis' character, letting his dad's ashes go in the wind after he loses his dad, and he just lets them go in the wind in the Grand Canyon. And the emotional part of the scene is that it seems at first it's going to be a funny scene because he delivers the classic line, "Daddy, you were like a father to me," and it's funny, and then after that you realize that it turns into a serious moment, and it's actually a really touching scene. It's different to see Zack Galifinakis in a role like that, because he's funny in the movie, but he can turn around and be serious, and when he is serious you actually feel sorry for him. And so I found that scene to be one of my favorites. Let's see what other scenes are. The scene where Peter spits on the dog, Sonny the dog, is absolutely hysterical. I laughed so hard because Ethan's reaction to it is just priceless. And a lot of people have seen that part in the trailer, and it was hysterical to me, even though I saw it in the trailer. I've been on the message boards, and a lot of people are taking this movie way too seriously. People are complaining about when he punches the kid, but the kid deserves it. I mean, the kid's throwing stuff at him and pulling on his tie, and he punches the kid in the stomach, and people are saying that they walked out after that scene, or they walked out after he spit on the dog. It's not a family comedy. That's what people have to realize. This movie was funny, and it had cussing, and the one scene I'm not going to mention because I want people to see it for themselves is, how can I put it? Ethan and the dog in the car, and Peter sleeping next to them. That's all I'm going to say. And that scene had me laughing so hard. And people won't complain about that part, but people will complain about spitting on a dog. It just doesn't make sense to me. But the other emotional scene in the movie is when Peter and Ethan are in the bathroom, and Peter asks Ethan if he'll act for him just to see how good he acts. And it's like you think that Zack or Ethan is just faking it at first, but you realize after he gets into the whole scene that he's acting, that actually when he starts crying, he's really crying and you feel bad about it. And so I like that scene because you start laughing because you think he's faking it, and then when you realize that he's not faking it, it just kind of hits you and then you feel bad for laughing. But to wrap it up and basically say that I absolutely loved it. I plan on buying this movie, and I might actually even go see it again in theaters because I thoroughly enjoyed it. The only thing I didn't like was that our theater wasn't completely full. We had probably half a theater full, but I mean we all laughed together and stuff. I just love going to the movies and having a full theater of people just to laugh with, or at a horror movie and watch everybody jump. It's just a great experience. So if you've seen this movie, just let me know what you guys think, or what you guys thought of it. Are you going to buy it? Did you hate it? If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend you do. Thanks, guys.